the Earth freezes mid-spin without warning. Every ocean keeps moving, but the ground does not. A single second of stillness changes everything. Buildings groan as invisible forces tear sideways. The atmosphere refuses to stop with the planet. Winds explode across continents at jetliner speeds. Coffee cups slide. Trees bend. Birds tumble mid-air. Then, just like that, Earth spins again. But the damage has only just begun. What unfolds next defies almost everything we expect. To understand the chaos, we need a number. Earth's equator races at roughly 1,670 kilometers per hour. That motion is invisible to us. We move with it, like passengers in a silent train. Now imagine the train stops, but the passengers do not. Everything not bolted down keeps flying east, people, cars, oceans, even the air itself. A single second is enough. Inertia does not negotiate with planets. At the equator, the push feels strongest. Near the poles, it barely registers at all. That uneven shove sets the stage. The world reacts in layers from sky to sea floor. First, the atmosphere. It carries the same eastward momentum as the spinning ground. When Earth pauses, the air does not. It surges forward like an invisible tsunami. Wind speeds briefly rival the strongest hurricanes. Then they climb higher still. Trees lean, dust lifts. Loose objects skip across landscapes like stones on water. But wind's only the opening act. The oceans are listening too. Seawater also carried that 1,670 km/h spin. It cannot simply forget it. For 1 second, the seabed halts. The water above keeps racing east. The result is a sloshing pulse. Coastlines on eastern shores feel it first. Waves climb higher than usual tides. Harbors swell, then settle, then swell again. It is not a movie tsunami. It is a strange, global heartbeat of water. Meanwhile, the solid Earth has its own problem. Rock is strong, but it is not rigid. A sudden stop sends stress through the crust. Fault lines feel a quick, sharp nudge. Some quiet faults might twitch awake. Others simply shrug and stay silent. Scientists call this a stress pulse, a brief squeeze, then release across the planet. Now zoom out to the sky. Satellites notice nothing strange at all. They orbit by their own momentum. Earth's 1 second pause does not touch them. But GPS signals get confused. Ground stations have shifted slightly under their feet. For minutes, your phone map drifts. Then engineers quietly recalibrate the system. Back on the ground, something subtler happens. Earth's shape itself feels the jolt. Our planet bulges at the equator because it spins. That bulge is built by rotation. Stop spinning, even briefly, and gravity tugs harder. The bulge wants to shrink inward. 1 second is too short for real reshaping, but the planet hums very faintly in response. Seismometers around the world would notice a soft global ring like a struck bell. Now think about life. Birds in flight lose their reference frame. For heartbeat, the wind direction flips, wings adjust, feathers ruffle, flocks scatter. Fish feel pressure waves moving through deep water. Whales hear a strange low pulse. Most creatures recover within moments. Confused but unharmed, they continue their day. Humans, though, would feel something stranger, a brief tug like a car braking gently. Standing passengers might stumble, drivers might swerve, coffee might leap from cups. Then the spin returns, the tug reverses, the world rebalances within a single breath. Here is where it gets surprising. A 1 second stop is not a doomsday. Hollywood loves to imagine total catastrophe. Real physics is more nuanced than that. The damage depends entirely on how fast Earth stops and how fast it restarts. If the deceleration is instant, forces are extreme. Buildings shear, glass shatters, chaos spreads. If the stop is gradual, even by a few seconds, most structures survive. Life adapts quickly. Either way, Earth itself is fine. Our planet has weathered far worse over billions of years. Pause here for a moment. Would you want to feel that one strange second? Tell me in the comments, a gentle tug or a wild, unforgettable lurch. Now back to our frozen second, because the story is not finished. Consider the magnetic field. It is generated by Earth's molten, swirling core. That core spins slightly faster than the surface. Its motion creates our protective shield. A 1 second surface stop barely touches the core. The magnetic field holds steady. Compasses still point north. Auroras still dance. Cosmic rays still bounce away. That is genuinely lucky. Our magnetic shield protects every living thing. Now think about time itself. A day is one full spin of Earth. Pause for a second and that day is 1 second longer. Clocks notice immediately. Atomic clocks would record the gap. Astronomers would log it as a strange anomaly. Calendars, though, would not care. 1 second vanishes into history quietly. Across centuries, Earth's spin already slows naturally. Tides steal a tiny bit of rotation each day. Long ago, a day was only 23 hours. The moon is slowly stretching our time. So in a sense, Earth is already stopping, just incredibly, patiently, gently. Our 1 second pause is just a dramatic version of that ancient process. Now imagine the aftermath. A week later, news crews replay strange footage everywhere. Oceans calmed, winds settled, buildings inspected. Scientists publish papers within days. The world realizes something profound. A single second held enormous hidden power. We rarely feel Earth spin, but it shapes weather, oceans, even our sense of up. When it paused, every invisible thread tugged at once. We finally saw the web we live inside. That is the real lesson here. Our planet is a system of breathtaking balance. Spin, gravity, atmosphere, oceans, magnetism, all quietly dancing together every moment. Remove one note, even briefly, and the whole symphony shivers in response. Yet the music does not stop. Earth keeps playing, generous and resilient. So what if Earth stopped spinning for 1 second? The honest answer is humbling. It would not end the world, but it would remind us how alive our world truly is. Every sunrise depends on motion we never see. Every breeze is a gift of rotation. We walk on a spinning stone hurtling through space, and somehow it feels like home. If this thought experiment moved you, share it in the comments below. Subscribe and tap the bell for more big what-ifs from across the cosmos. Because the universe is stranger, kinder, and more delicate than we ever imagine. And sometimes, 1 quiet second is all it takes to remember that.